This is the week that my roof finally turns into a roof. There is massive weather warnings coming in, 125k an hour winds. This is the week that my roof finally turns into a roof. But first, I need to work out how to get these 8-meter sheets up solo. The first step was to finish prepping the roof sheeting. So I spent the whole weekend doing that. I picked up this roof sheeting secondhand off Marketplace for a great price, and I kept umming and ahhing about what colour to paint them. After thinking about it for a while, I actually realised that I liked the colour they are, and it would probably suit the colours I want my house to be. Not only that, but by not painting them, I would save a lot of time and money. But when I pulled out all the roof sheets, I made a pretty big discovery. Well, this sucks. I've run into a little problem while getting my roof sheets out. They're not painted. It was only the first couple that were painted, and the rest are all grey and unpainted. Oh no! I was gonna like just leave them all because I was like, yeah, green's a nice enough colour. I'll just clean them up, and then that way I can save on paint. Damn, that is a sign from the universe that I should probably paint them. Picked a different colour. I've picked Evening Haze from Colorbond. Oh well, I actually think I really like the colour I chose, and it's actually going to be a lot nicer. So I'm actually quite happy with this decision, and believe it or not, these are going to be way easier to paint than the beams and rafters and everything, because I actually have a massive paint sprayer, like an airless one, huge. It'll take too long and it'll look nicer, so it's a plus really. But before I can paint them, I needed to give them a big clean up because they're a bit dirty and they've got lots of holes from the first use that need to be filled, and that job took me almost a couple of days. And that's when my second setback happened. Check this out. So now I've got this tiny bit left of roof.
It's the hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life. Once a day, don't you want to throw the towel in?
Oh my God, okay, so, you know how I was like, oh no, this one's been cut. Well, look, it's actually been cut to try and make it the same size as that. So that means I just have to cut off that little bit and it'll be the same size, although they have done a horrible job at cutting it. So the angle was definitely not straight, but hey, I'm still in a better situation than I was 5 minutes ago, so whew, celebrate the small wins. I used the blower first to get rid of any hard dirt, and then I swept the rest off so it wouldn't blow onto the other sheets. Then it was on to painting. I bought 8 litres and somehow thought that would be enough. It, of course, was nowhere near enough. Turns out I actually needed 32 litres, and that was my third setback because that meant the job was going to cost a lot more than I originally thought. The worst setback is still yet to come, though. I've been wondering for weeks how I'm going to get the sheets up there, and you guys have given me some really good suggestions, so thank you so much for that. I kept thinking about it, and I was like, what's the best way to get them up so that when I get them up, they're in the position or close to the position that they need to be in when they're secured. And that's definitely only one way, which is over the front of the top of the container, getting pulled from the back. My idea is to get a pulley system going along the back of the containers here and basically move it along as I get each sheet up, and hopefully be able to control the sheet by attaching straps and timber to the top and to the bottom of the sheet. And then I'll control the rope, and then hopefully I can keep it in place and then tie off the rope when it's in place and then go up and secure it all in. I might be dreaming, but I'm also worried about damage when I pull it up to both the steel that I've painted and the sheets that I've painted. I'm thinking there's going to be, timber attached to the top and bottom of each piece of roof sheet with a ratchet strap, and then it'll be attached to the pulley and the rope. Where I'm pulling it up, I'm going to attach like bubble wrap, packing wrap type stuff. I'll have that on each beam, and then I'll be able to move it along as I put up each sheet and like take it out as I'm securing each one. And then hopefully that minimizes the damage. I'm mentally preparing for this job because I know it's going to take a lot of time and patience, because I'm one person trying to maneuver something that is so big and so difficult and flimsy and really hard to move around. So I've just told myself, look, it's going to take time. You can only do it as fast as you can do it. You don't want to be dangerous. You don't want to cause damage. So just do it at your own pace and do everything as safely as possible. And that's just been my mantra like all week leading up to this. But I mean, all that's left to do is just give it a go and see. What do you reckon, boss lady? Yeah? You reckon we should just give it a go? I am definitely not experienced with pulleys or leverage systems or anything like that. So this will be all trial and error, and I'll just have to see how I go as I go along. But it's all just a learning experience, and if I have everything connected by the ropes and I'm controlling everything, then it shouldn't be too dangerous, and it hasn't been too windy lately, so hopefully no big gusts of wind come along or anything like that.
To destructive winds, large waves and severe thunderstorms are all on the table for Western Australia as a pair of weather systems impact the state. And potentially in the evening we could see the strongest winds of all. Destructive winds are possible. That means 125 kilometres an hour or even stronger than that, including trees and branches down potentially across roads and onto properties, damage to loose structures like fences, trampolines and outdoor furniture getting thrown around the neighbourhood.
There is massive weather warnings coming in, massive I'm talking, so like 125k an hour winds, hail, a bloody bushfire, severe thunderstorms and damaging winds. And I've got 16 tin sheets laying on the ground. Oh boy, I really need to work out a plan because they're coming tonight, the really damaging winds, and it's going to continue for the rest of the week. So I really don't know what this roof build's going to look like this week. Have to, try sort this situation, I guess, of securing everything first to try get through all the damaging winds and stuff. And then it's just going to be playing it by ear as I go to see if I can even do this roof build this week. And it's probably the worst week that I could be putting the sheets on my roof. So I'll keep you updated. I have a 2-hour window of no rain. Do I trust it? No. Am I going to risk it? Yes. So what I've done is I've got the 4 ones that I've painted, 3 in here and 1 in my other container over here. And now is the risky part. I am going to uncover 4 more sheets and I'm going to try paint them and hope that no rain comes and hopefully they can dry. I had everything out, everything ready to paint, everything ready to go, all the sheets laid out separately, and it downpoured. It took me so long to pull them all out and do all of that, and now it's just downpoured and wrecked them even more because now they're wet. And then it rained every day for the entire week. I didn't lose my roof sheets in the storm, but I was seriously doubting if I was going to be able to get any sheets up this week. Well, it's been raining for the last 3 days and today isn't looking much better. It's sprinkling a little bit right now and the winds are apparently going to be very strong. I don't really know how I'm going to paint the rest of the sheets in the rain and have them dry. So I don't know if I can just try get the 4 ones up that I've got. I can just do whatever I can. Let's get into it. Let's be careful. Everything's still wet. Everything's still slippery. Going to be a lot of drying as well too, because as much as these sheets are covered up, they're soaking underneath. I know because I've already uncovered them once to try paint them. So that means I have to dry them as well, like properly dry them too, so that they can get dry because there's no sun. And I got them all laid out, all ready to paint, and it's raining.
The standstill again, guys.
After waiting the whole week for the rain and thunderstorms to stop, I was quite desperate at this stage to get a move on and get this roof up. So in a desperate attempt to get something done, I dragged my sheets into the container to paint them. This wouldn't have been a problem except I didn't move some important things first, like glass, windows, and steel. So in being in such a rush, I actually ended up making more work for myself. Now this is where things got even worse, because in a rage of fury at these sheets, I decided they were getting painted if they liked it or not, and I decided to paint them all outside. You're probably wondering, why didn't you just wait? Well, not only did the weatherman say 0% chance of rain between 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., but also with 6 months of continuous rain so far, if I'd been waiting that whole time, I wouldn't have even started on the build yet. So when you live somewhere with this much year-long rain, you have to pick your moments and just pray for the best. Well, in this case, I got the worst instead of the best, and after getting all my sheets uncovered, dry, and then painted, it rained within 2 minutes of me finishing, and my progress and the expensive paint was wiped out in an instant. I managed to drag the sheets under the container house, but I was feeling pretty deflated. With the weekend coming tomorrow, it was looking like all hope had vanished for completing this roof this week. But if there's one thing I'm consistent with, it's never giving up.
Well, it's Saturday and the sky is still full of clouds and it's still raining. It's just a sprinkle at the moment, but that does mean I can't paint. The sun is trying to push through though. There is a little glimmer of hope. I do have those 4 sheets that are ready to go. So those are laid out over here, and they are ready to go up. So what I've done is I've set up a little paint station in here, and that way I can fix 2 of my sheets in here that got wrecked yesterday in the rain, and hopefully while they dry I can try get those 4 sheets up depending on how the rain persists. The last day of the week that I can get anything done before I upload a video for you guys tomorrow, so wish me luck. I mean, I would be stoked to get those 4 sheets up, but anything else would be super extra. So anything that I get done really today is a plus and will be a pat on the back moment.
Did I learn my lesson of not painting outside yesterday? Oh, of course not. The way I see it is we are unlikely to get things right the first time, but if we keep trying, we will get there in the end, and patience and consistency is key. So here's me going all in and painting all of my sheets outside with possible rain incoming.
So that was a mission because I need a new tip for my paint sprayer, but I just completed and just used up all the paint for my roof sheeting, just had enough, and they're all done. It was beautifully sunny as I was doing it, and now look. And I can feel sprinkling.
Lucky some were dry to touch, so I covered those with tarps and dragged the rest under the container house.
The sun is back! Got my pulley system all set up. I can attach this rope to my bit of sheet that I've got down here. While I've got this sunshine, I'm just gonna do my best to try and get these sheets up. Little update, I'm not strong enough to pull it up. So, it will work, I think. My system will work. It's not a complete failure yet. I thought, if I'm not strong enough to lift it up, what is strong enough to lift it up? My car. And hopefully, if I inch back little by little, I can lift it up. Trial and error, baby, trial and error. She's up, I guess, kind of. All right, this is promising, okay? Usually I fucked up a little bit and attached it there, but usually it would go over the front here and it wouldn't just be hanging like this Final Destination shit that you see. So it's gonna be easier the next one. This is the first one. It was the learning curve one, but I think I've got it down packed now and I should be able to pull them up a little bit easier. There is a little bit of fiddling around and getting out and stopping and rearranging and stuff, but I should be able to pull it up and just kind of disconnect it from everything and get it into place and clamp it. Fingers crossed. I'm making it sound easier than it is, obviously. Okay, let me show you where I'm up to. Oh my gosh, this is very exciting, especially after the shitty week I have had. Some progress, it's one sheet, I know, but okay, you ready? Clamped in, and I think while it's good weather, there's no wind, I'm just gonna try get another 2, maybe even 3 up. Maybe get those 4 that I definitely have done and that are dry up. And that way I can screw them and move them along as I'm up here, which will make it a lot easier than going back down, moving the car. But my roof is coming together. I'll show you up here too. Got my sheet up there too. Okay, let's get up sheet number 2. I'm exhausted already and that's only 3. Whew. So I was gonna try get 4 up and then go have some lunch, but I've got 3 up, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna go refuel. Then when I get back, 13 to go. And even though it's only 3 sheets, it's like really starting to look like a house with the roof. And you can even see like the shade start to come beneath it. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with myself. I'm back, I'm energized, and I'm ready to get these last 13 sheets on, so let's go.
This was not an easy job because I had to stop the car and get out and rearrange the sheets at each beam. And since it had rained all week, it was a rush against time. But slowly and surely, they all started to go up one by one by one.
Well, hello. It looks like it's going to be an all-nighter for me because I'm almost done with this, but then I actually need to finish making the video for you guys because it's Sunday tomorrow. I'm going to be here finishing this off. It's really hard to film right now because it's really dark, but I will do a quick shot in the morning, show you how I've gone. There was a little bit of a dilemma. Turns out my plans had the wrong number of sheets. Not the first time my plans have been wrong, so I'm really not that surprised. But it just sucks because I'm like all the way at the end and now I have one sheet missing. But oh well, I need to get gutters, I need to get trimming, I need to get downpipes and all that. So I'll have to get another sheet when I do that. At least I'm getting all these ones up tonight and hopefully I can show you guys in the morning. A few. Gosh, just needs attention, hey? Can't give boss lady attention without giving Django attention.
Before the storm hit during the week, I spent the weekend not only prepping the roof sheets, but also planting dozens upon dozens of seeds that I got in the mail. There's trees, veggies, fruits, natives, unusual plants, the lot. So I'm excited to get one of everything planted that can be planted at this time of the year, and then I can see how it goes in the climate. I've created a little enclosure for them on my pallet table to keep them safe for now. I also finally made use of that wild clay that I started making a month or two ago. I mixed way too much water with it at the time, but I have let it dry out and it's ready to use. I still think I added a bit too much sand to this mix, but I was able to mold them. Unfortunately, I didn't predict the storm and I forgot that they were drying outside and they got a bit destroyed by the rain.
It's Sunday morning and I haven't slept. I've been up all night making this video and I've been so excited for it to be daylight so I can show you what I've done. The only thing that I'm disappointed about is that my plants had the wrong number of sheets listed because gosh, it would have looked so good with that last sheet on it. It's going to annoy me so much. But I mean, I do still need to get all those materials, so I do have to get up there again, and I am going to have to figure out a way to do it from the outside edge anyway, like get a scissor lift or something. So, oh well, there's no point getting upset about something I can't control. So I've worked my bum off this week, especially with everything that's gone wrong, and I am definitely proud of what I've achieved. This just teaches me to always have spare materials because they always come in handy. Hey, are you ready for the big reveal? I'm so happy with it.
This week was such a roller coaster of events, some disastrous and some absolutely incredible. I can't thank you all enough for being here to share this journey with me. I'll see you all next Sunday for the next big step forward for the container build.